won't go until after 9.
Hello, everybody. Here we go. We are off. Welcome. There's a few people I know started as online already, and we'll give it a few more minutes for everyone else to carry on. Already a few questions as to how this is going to work. So if I just give it a couple more minutes, see if a few more people come online, and then I will explain. But I will tell you now, get yourself a pen and pencil. Or pen, pencil, a bit of paper ready, because to write your answers down seems like the best option. And away we go. Most importantly, though, the thing you will need more than anything, drink. Definitely. I know I will. And of course, as the evening goes on, I'll have more of that and probably less clue how to actually ask any questions. I imagine it will turn into a Smithy style quiz where all I know is that the answer was Chris Akabusi. But there we go. Right, just waiting to see who else might come on. And then we will get going. I see we've got some people. Darren's on all the way from Pompey. So we have spread the net somewhat. Tony's obviously been busy getting his crew on board. Hello, Kaz. Hello, Ella. Hello, Sai. You all right? Good. Right. Okay. So anyone who did the virtual quiz on Thursday, the guy did. Basically, it seemed like a fairly sensible way to do it. Of course, there's no way of policing it. You can cheat if you want. That's up to you. I don't care. There's no prize. So it's all about just having a laugh while we're all stuck inside for whoever knows how long. So there'll be 6 rounds. I've gone with Trivial Pursuit as the inspiration. So we've got 6 rounds following those 6 that are on there. So we've got entertainment, art and literature, geography, history, science and nature, and sport. So we'll have a bit of a break after about 3 rounds and then carry on. As I say, as for marking, if you're playing with it, if there's a few of you all in isolation together, then you can play against each other, play as a group. You could try knocking on next door to ask if they'll mark it for you, but make sure you keep your 2-meter distance and all that. I don't want to be accused of encouraging certain non-social distancing. Anything else to say? Just maybe, obviously, this isn't an open stream, so although I think it's probably only going to be people we know on here, it might not be. So try and make sure keep the comments nice. There's no need to be nasty, but I just think there might be some kids watching as well. So from that point of view, I suppose we should try and be nice. I'll try not to swear too much. And then I think if we're ready to, well, first round will be entertainment. 10 questions in each round. And we'll make a start. If I'll just wait for a few people to see if once everyone's come on and said they're ready, and I'll get a few more yeses maybe in the comments to say you're ready to go. Oh wow, Southend-on-Sea. Hiya, Toromi. Cool. Ross is here. Oh God help us. Okay. So that comment about keeping the live chat clean, that was basically aimed at you, Ross, just so you know. I'm hanging on. I'm also getting some requests for some shouts on my phone as well. Please give a shout out to Annie and her mate Tanya, who have named her team Mary Coffins. Oh yes, lovely. And say hi to Bedfordshire. That's for Jeannie. Yeah, there you go. Well, Darren says he's ready anyway. Yeah, Kaz is ready. The Giorgio Brewster clan are ready. Okay, right. Shall we get going with this then? Right, so first round, entertainment. Here we go. What was the name of Wham's final album? Okay, so what was the name of Wham's final album? All right, then question 2. Which British supermarket chain was the first to market a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle inspired chocolate and marshmallow pizza? So which British supermarket chain was the first to market a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle inspired chocolate and marshmallow pizza? Okay, and question 3. In the film 50 Shades of Grey, which actor plays the role of Christian Grey? One for the mums watching tonight. So in the film 50 Shades of Grey, which actor plays the role of Christian Grey? Okay, question 4. Nice easy one. In which US TV series did Kiefer Sutherland play the character of Jack Bauer? In the series, US TV series, Kiefer Sutherland played the character Jack Bauer. What was the name of that series? Okay, question 5. How many seasons of the hit US comedy Friends were made? Okay. So how many seasons of the US comedy Friends were made? And question 6. How old was Radio 1 in 2017? So in 2017, how old was Radio 1? And question 7. What nationality was the composer Frédéric Chopin? What nationality was the composer Frédéric Chopin? That was question 7. Or Frédéric Chopin, if you prefer. And on to question 8. Who released the 2015 album Uptown Special? Question 8, that was, who released the 2015 album Uptown Special? And question 9. Which band consists of 3 brothers and a cousin, all with the surname Followwill? That was question 9. Which band consists of 3 brothers and a cousin, all with the surname Followwell? And the last question in this round, the entertainment round, question 10, surprisingly. Which 2 actors played Alfie in the 1966 and 2004 films of the same name? And you need to have both of them to get a point. Which 2 actors played Alfie in the 1966 and 2004 films of the same name? Okay, so that's the end of the entertainment round. We'll give it a minute in case you want to just catch up on any of those. Hopefully that was all right speed-wise. Let me know if it's getting a bit too slow or fast, and I'll ignore you and just carry on the same as I'm doing anyway, but you can at least let me know. Darren says that was fine, so if Darren's happy, I'm happy. That's all that really matters. Good. So we'll go on to round 2, and then we'll do the questions for round 1 after that. So the second round is art and literature. Okay, art and literature. Right then, question 1. Which 2 cities provided the setting for Charles Dickens' A Tale of Two Cities? That was question 1 again. Which 2 cities provide the setting for Charles Dickens' A Tale of Two Cities? And no, Ross, you won't be a disadvantage because I can't read either, so we're in the same boat. Okay, question 2. What are the name of the 3 darling children in J.M. Barrie's Peter Pan? Need all 3 again, I think. It's a bit easy, that. What are the name of all 3 darling children in J.M. Barrie's Peter Pan? Right, question 3. Which book of the New Testament comes after the 4 Gospels of Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John? Put that one in there to keep my mum happy, mostly. So, which book of the New Testament comes after the 4 Gospels of Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John? And question 4. In which century was the Florentine painter Sandro Botticelli born? So, in which century was Sandro Botticelli born? That was question 4. So on to question 5. Which cartoon animal is owned by John Arbuckle? Which cartoon animal is owned by John Arbuckle? Okay, question 6. Bit of a university challenge style. One goes on longer than the answer by a long way. In The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, which character chose his name because when he first arrived 15 years ago, the minimal research he had done had suggested to him that it would be nicely inconspicuous? I might try and repeat that, but I can't promise. In The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, which character chose his name because when he first arrived 15 years ago, the minimal research he had done had suggested to him that it would be nicely inconspicuous? And question 7. Who wrote the 1936 novel Gone with the Wind? Who wrote the 1936 novel Gone with the Wind? On to question 8. Which Shakespeare play features the characters Goneril, Regan, and Cordelia? Which Shakespeare play features the characters of Goneril, Regan, and Cordelia? That was question 8. And question 9. What is the first name of Professor McGonagall in the Harry Potter books? What is the first name of Professor McGonagall in the Harry Potter books? That was question 9. And finally, for art and literature, the Banksy painting Girl with Balloon self-shredded after selling at auction. How much did it sell for? And we've got some options here. Was it 1.47 million, 1.37 million, or 1.27 million? So the Banksy painting Girl with Balloon self-shredded after selling at auction. How much did it sell for? 1.47 million, 1.37 million, 1.27 million. And that was the last one in round 2, art and literature. I'll give you a minute and then we will go through the answers from round 1. Okay, so obviously with the answers I've got, I think I've checked them all right. If you don't like it, tough. What are you going to do about it? So question 1. Question was, what was the name of Wham's final album? And it was called The Final. Question 2. Which British supermarket chain was the first to market a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle inspired chocolate and marshmallow pizza? Asda. And question 3. In the film version of 50 Shades of Grey, the actor who played Christian Grey was Jamie Duran. Question 4. US TV series with Kiefer Sutherland played the character Jack Bauer was, of course, 24. How many seasons of Friends? There were 10. Question 6. Radio 1 was 50 years old in 2017. Question 7. Frédéric Chopin is Polish. And question 8. Who released the 2015 album Uptown Special? Mark Ronson. And the band that consists of 3 brothers and a cousin, all with the surname Followill, are the Kings of Leon. And the last question in that round 1 entertainment was, the 2 actors who played Alfie were Michael Caine and Jude Law. So that was the answers to round 1. We've had art and literature will do after round 3, which is geography. I'll give you a minute to get yourself a bit of paper ready for that round, or whatever you need. I need a drink. Okay, so round 3 is geography, and this one's got a bit of a theme. This one is all to do with currencies. Oh, hold on. Simon, is that a point for both answering question 10? No, you need to get both to get a point, I think. So you had to get Jude Law and Michael Caine. That was an easy one, surely. I need both of them. So, yeah, geography round. This is all about world currencies. So I'm going to give you either the name of a country or the name of a currency, and you need to give me the other one. So for question 1, if you're out shopping in Albania, or maybe you will be once you can finally allowed out to go shopping again, what would you be spending? What would be the currency you hand over in Albania? Question 2. Where would you be if you were spending or using baht? B-A-H-T, in case you were wondering. But where would you be if you were spending baht? Question 3. What would you be spending if you were in Brazil? What is the currency of Brazil? And question 4. What would you use in the former UK colony of Hong Kong? Question 5. Latvia. What would you buy, or what would you use to buy things in Latvia? Question 6. What South Asian country uses the taka, or taka, T-A-K-A? What South Asian country uses the taka? And question 7. What would you spend in Egypt? So 7 was what would you spend in Egypt? And then question 8, what would you spend in Romania? Question 9, if you were in Turkey, what would you have in your pocket? Money-wise, at least. If you were in Turkey, what would you spend? And finally, for the geography round, question 10, what would you spend in Tunisia? Question 10 was Tunisia. What is the currency of Tunisia? Okay, that's the end of the geography round. I'll give you a minute and then we'll go back to the answers for art and literature. And then we'll take a couple of minutes break just so I can read all these messages I've got. Probably telling me that I just shut up and go away, I imagine, but never mind. Okay, let's go through the answers for round 2, art and literature. So question 1, the tale of two cities. The two cities, of course, were London and Paris. Again, both of those required, definitely. Question 2, the name of the 3 Darling children were Wendy, John and Michael. Question 3, the book that follows Matthew, Mark, Luke and John in the New Testament is the Act of Apostles. Acts of Apostles, good. And question 4, which century was Botticelli born? It was the 15th century, around 1445, they think, but not sure. Question 5, which cartoon animal is owned by John Arbuckle? That's Garfield. Question 6, I'm not going to repeat all that one again, but The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, the character who named himself was Ford Prefect. Thinking he would be inconspicuous with that name. Question 7, who wrote Gone with the Wind? Margaret Mitchell. And question 8, the Shakespeare play featuring Goneril, Regan and Cordelia is King Lear. Question 9, the first name of Professor McGonagall in Harry Potter is Minerva. And question 10, the Banksy painting, Girl with Balloon, sold for 1.37 million. 1.37 million. So that's all the answers to question round 2, art and literature. We can go through geography round now as well before we have a quick break and go through the answers to that if everyone's ready and happy to do so. I only wait for one person to say yes and that'll be enough. Oh, good. Right, so if you are in Albania, you would be spending the lek, L-E-K. You have to excuse my pronunciation of some of these, perhaps. But anything sounding or looking a bit like that will be for me. So the lek. If you were using a baht, you would be in Thailand. So that's question 2. Baht is in Thailand. Question 3, if you're in Brazil, you'd be spending the real or the real. And question 4, if you were in Hong Kong, even though it used to be part of the UK, you wouldn't be spending pounds, you'd be spending dollars. Hong Kong dollars. Question 5, if you were in Latvia, you would be spending euros. Question 6, if you are the South Asian country that uses the taka is Bangladesh. Question 7, Egypt are the ones that use pounds. So if you're in Egypt, you are spending pounds, Egyptian pounds. Question 8. Romania, you will be using the leu, or leu, L-E-U. Question 9. Turkey, you'd be using lira. And finally, question 10. If you're in Tunisia, you would be using their dinar. Okay, cool. Have a couple of minutes. Refresh your drink. Have a wee, whatever you need to do. I'll check these messages and then we'll carry on. Unless everyone wants to clear off and they've had enough already, which I'm sure they might have done.